Greetings, everyone. Week 3 has one of the larger assignments for this class that is worth 200 points. So I thought that I would do a video that walks you through the grading rubric. You should be able to see it on the screen. Week 3, Assignment 2 grading rubric, because this is the detailed grading rubric that the assignment is going to be graded against, and many individuals forget to click on where it says click here for detail. So I've clicked here on detail to open up the grading rubric, and you can all access this on your screen when you go into the Week 3 Assignment 2 area. And you see the small grading rubric. It says click here for details, and you can click on it and it will open up the Word document that you see. So let's walk through this. First of all, the first thing is you provide an outline. So that's a part of the 3x3 process. That's worth 30 points. So that outline, is it just a bulleted list? Are you giving me more framework so I understand where you're going? Is it clear and concise? There are 4 different levels. So this assignment is to be in APA format. So that means we need a cover page. You don't necessarily need the abstract, and the abstract's not necessary, but you do need an outline. And this is not a table of contents. I don't want a table of contents either. This is an outline, the old type of outline. So you may want to do research on that. The second part is a well-written introduction is worth 30 points. This means you're giving me an introduction. You're building the foundation of this report about Hackman and his statement. So this introduction should be a foundation to it. It should not tell me your viewpoints. It should not, remember in the discussion we talk about bias. I should not be able to know what you're thinking in terms of whether you agree or disagree with Hackman in the introduction. So it's got to be well written with that strong thesis statement that tells me about what we're going to hear. Then the body of the paper is also worth 30 points. The body of the paper being that you're giving me some detail. You're telling me something about the research, not opinion. Okay, this is about what did you find. It's analyzing the research that you conducted on Hackman and his thoughts on teams. Okay, so I'm looking for some information. I would encourage you to use headings as well. All right, and again, you can look at very poor arrangements. You connect the topics. You use clear headings and an appropriate tone. Of course, you know, you got to give me a lot of detail to get over here in the maximum points. The one area, and by the way, I'm looking for the body of the report to be about a page in length. This is not a short report. This, for a business report, you'd actually go more in depth. But I am looking for the body to be at least a minimum of 1 page. Next up is the meaningful conclusions and practical recommendations. Remember, you're supposed to be writing this report to your employer. Your company uses teams, and you are to be giving recommendations to them about Hackman's research and what changes they should make to their team function. So based upon your research about Hackman, what changes should they make? And this means that the meaningful conclusion and the practical recommendations are 2 separate things. Okay? So one paragraph that's a conclusion with saying, I think we should follow Hackman, is not going to be sufficient. Okay? If you were the CEO receiving this report, you want to know, what do you think we should do on teams? Should we do something different when it comes to selecting who's on a team? Should we do something different when it comes to leadership or managing teams? And then you have a conclusion to wrap it up. That's worth 40 points. So you can pretty much figure that your conclusion's worth 20 and the practical recommendations are worth another 20 points. The other area that gets missed is 5 references. And these are 5 credible references, okay? I am not looking for somebody's blog or Wikipedia or Wiki. So, and I do go and check on your references to look at them as well. So I, can click on them, I can look at them, and I can search for them as well. So you want to make sure they're credible. This is where the South University Library comes into play. And if you're unfamiliar with how to use the library, they actually have tutorials in the library that can help you with that research. So these are current and credible references, and there does need to be 5 of them. If you are hesitant about one of them being credible, then you might want to pick out a 6th or a 7th reference. Personally, when I do my papers, I always have a few extra because you want to make sure you cover your bases. The last part of it is 40 points. This is where it's capsulizing. The paper is organized, it flows, it covers your grammar, it's logical, and it's not just based upon opinion. And this also means that this is also APA format. I am looking for in-paper citations. So if you paraphrase from one of your references or your research, you still want to include that citation at the end of the sentence. And if you give a quote, I'm looking for the quotation marks as well as the proper citation. And you can check the bibliography area of class for videos on using APA. Okay? So these are my expectations. This is the entire grading rubric. So you can figure with a cover page, an outline, and approximately 3 pages for the report and a reference page, that you're looking at about a 6-page report. And I know this is due on Tuesday night, so please know that if you do not submit it by Tuesday night, that on Wednesday a 0 will go in the grade book as a placeholder to show that it's late until the assignment is submitted. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You can call me during my business hours or send me an email if you want to discuss the assignment outside of the business hours, or feel free to text me at my cell phone number provided. I do accept text messages 24 hours a day. Thank you.